So the XFL is planning to come back for the 2024 season. So the XFL co-owners Dany Garcia, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson recently talked with USA Today about the current status of the XFL, how the owners think the season is going, and if there will be a season 2. Garcia talks about the current state of the XFL's TV ratings. Basically, ownership is pleased with the results and things are going according to plans. Quote, "We have been very much in the pocket of understanding of where our ratings would be," Garcia said. "We understood the challenges that would happen all the way through week 5. And as we get into week 6 and the latter half of the schedule, we knew where it would open up. So we're really pleased, really pleased with the execution." So there you have it. The XFL is pleased with what's going on when it comes to ratings, despite all the naysayers talking all sorts of you know what. Also, the question for many spring league football fans as to whether or not there will be another season. It's hard for fans to get 100% behind a league when the AAF and the XFL closed their doors in the past. Garcia said the XFL is already planning a season 2. Quote, "This will come out later as far as these dates are, but we have our showcases. We have our future combine, which is completely different. I want to point out it's completely different. We are planning our dates," said Garcia, the first female owner of a major sports league. "Absolutely, there will be a 2024 XFL football season." Tom Shad had the report on USA Today. There's a lot of other details in this stuff. Johnson also talks about how the XFL is a true passion project for both of them and how they are in it for the long term. Quote, "This isn't a one and done," Johnson said. "This isn't let's expand the portfolio, let's make a little money, and let's get out of the game. This is a true passion project that has dated back to when we were kids coming out of the University of Miami, the U." They talk about their relationship with the NFL, the impact of XFL rules in the NFL, and their partnership with the league. But then The Rock, towards the end, gives a little shout out to all of the season 1 fans. He says Johnson said that he understands why people might be hesitant or cynical about diving headfirst into XFL fandom, given that 2 of the past 3 attempts at spring football have come crashing down after less than a full season. Of course, he's talking about the AAF and the XFL. One was financial, one was you know what. The USFL, of course, will return for its second season in April 15th, or April 15th, 16th weekend. But he also credited those who have come out to games, calling it, quote, "one of the coolest things I've experienced in sport." He said this, "It's one thing when we all go to a game and we go to see our favorite players and their stars and the world knows who they are," Johnson said. "It's another thing when it's just for the love of the game and the love and pride of the city and the respect you have for these players who are just working their butts off trying to make it," close quote. So clearly, he was talking about, areas like St. Louis, and he was talking about D.C., and they were talking in the article, they talk about the beer snake and all sorts of stuff. So you could see that basically everything is going according to plan, and the league feels good about it. So XFL fans can take a little sigh of relief, despite all the chatter about attendance and TV ratings. They will be back for a season 2 in the XFL. Now, fans, players, coaches, and staff can be thankful for the success of any football league. We all need to be thankful, whether it's USFL, CFL, XFL, fan control football, indoor football league. We want to root for these leagues to succeed. We all want them to succeed. Those who don't, and I've said this in the past, only do this for selfish reasons. Either they want their league to be the only one there, or they just want to be like, "Hey, I told you so, I was right." Not thinking and not caring about the impact that it has on fans, players, coaches, staff, people who work near the stadiums. I mean, the bars that are near the stadiums, like the economic impact of football is huge. And when anybody tries to talk these leagues down and try to help, basically want them to fail, they're just tools, is all I could say. As selfish tools. And it's more about them than it is about these leagues. So this is very good news for XFL fans. I certainly have a sigh of relief to hear that the XFL will be back in 2024. This season, you just don't know what's going behind closed doors, whether the league is happy with the results. We've heard from ESPN first that they were, this is according to plan. And then we've also heard now from Dany and The Rock. Our sources within the league tell us that they don't really care much about attendance and ratings in season one. And, anything is great at this point. They're just trying to get through season one to get to season two. So personally, I think season two will be a lot bigger than season one, as they have a whole year of all the staff, everybody kind of building up. And that's why it seems like that's why things were planned the way they were, where everybody came on board right before the season started. And all of these things was kind of last minute, because I really think that they were like, hey, let's just get through this first season, figure out the bumps and kind of set the bar at a certain level, and then we can go for it for season two and really, season ticket package, corporate sponsors, the whole deal. So XFL fans should feel pretty good about the news that just came out today.